In this episode of Patron, we start looking at efficiencies of production chains and we deal with our very first food crisis. No, don't die! Stay tuned! Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Patron. In the last episode we were starting to run out of some stuff and I think we kind of just barely holding on, but we definitely need a bigger supply of firewood and I'm hoping that some of our distances will be improved. We've got a few extra people now, so 6 workers is a lot, so let's add a dock worker there so that we can at least start making some money, shipping some stuff in, and one of those things could potentially be some firewood. I'm a little concerned that we are struggling so much with this, so let's try and improve that. What is going on here? My lord, the king's advisors have sent a list of requests. No official reason has been noted, only a list. They're bleeding us dry, but we can't go against the king. So they're wanting to take some of our clothing, and that will improve or at least maintain loyalty. I think it's improving loyalty with peasants and laborers, which is all we have at the moment. Merchants and gentry will be a -5. Alternatively, we don't send them anything, then we drop the loyalty of our peasants, but we gain loyalty with our merchants and gentry. I think for the time being, we're not in a big hurry for clothing, I think. Alternatively, no, I think I'm going to decline this one. Clothing is a pretty expensive resource, or it's a little bit down the line for us, and we might need to hold on to our 19 clothes. It's a luxury, so you don't have to have it like in other games, but I think we're going to hold on to it. I'll take the 5 hit. The 5 hit's not that bad, so let's go with that. Now, I want us to produce firewood at a much better pace, so let's spend a little bit on mechanization so we increase our production. There we go. So hopefully that goes up a little bit and that'll help us out. Now, what we can do is, now that we've got a dock going, we can start to sell some stuff if we've got excess of anything. We've got a little bit of excess stone maybe, but that is generally about it. We're not in a position to be selling some stuff. We may be able to sell some stone, but for the time being, I'm not going to sell anything because it's not quite good enough just yet. So what we need to do is have a look at our research menu and see what the next big thing is for us. Cleared path increases the herbalist hut efficiency if near a gatherer's hut. So we don't even have a herbalist now, and we don't have tons of money, so we're not going to do that. Quarry, on the other hand, will give us some stone, and then we can move on into mines, which I think is going to be an important one for us. Tracking prey could be good. Ice fishing could be good, but not immediately. I think really quarry into mine, into toolsmith is probably about what we need to do. Excuse me. But let's get working on the quarry. And now, unfortunately, if we're doing the quarry, we're going to do that towards the other side. Not that we need any stone. So quarry is only going to be a research milestone for the time being, and we'll move along from there to something else. So as soon as that's done, we'll see how that goes. So let's see. So that research is done. Let's move straight into mine. We can afford that. What's going on with these? These numbers are okay. These numbers are all pretty good. We're holding. What's going on with this? Can I do an extra round of fertilizer? Should I? And we do the super baskets. Let's do the super baskets and get some more food coming in. That would be useful to us. Let's go over here and get Expert Butcher 3 and get even more production of meat over there. So there we go. That's done. Now, if we go over here to fishing, the fisherman's hut, we can get sturdy nets that will also do a very similar thing. So we can spend a little bit more over there. Let's get sturdy nets and up our numbers over there a little bit. So that should give our food production a little bit of a boost. I think that's going to help us out a little bit. Now, we've done a few research projects. The toolsmith is one of our next big ticket items. Yeah, I think that's one that we definitely want to do. 100 coin. How's our food looking? Our food is hovering just under the 200. We're not quite getting there, are we? Whoa. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go nuts and do a further... That's dropped a little bit. We're coming back to like the 200 mark. This is the guy that's fully upgraded already. Yeah, that 200 mark is not quite where I've got it. So let's go over here. I think fish is a really good one. We can do a fair bit with fish. Let's go with more sturdy nets for now. And maybe we can do a further expansion over here and add extra fishermen. That might actually be the one spot that I'm in. Now I can hire an extra fisherman. So you do all kinds of upgrades over here, and then I'm hoping that'll sort out our food problem. That number is way too low, and we'll find ourselves dying of starvation really quickly if we don't get that number much, much higher. I'm also starting to run out of tools over so quickly. So let's start work on the toolsmith over here. Now, we've got a few things going on. We need a mine for coal, because coal is required in order to do the whole tool thing. So let's get the mines over here. So we'll start it off with a coal mine over here at hopefully like 100% efficiency if I can. Why am I not getting 100% efficiency? There it is. There's my 100% efficiency mark right over there. Can I go even further? So if we do our coal mine over there, we'll extend our little road. Oh, it's not quite that little, this road. It's a double. Oh, excellent. And we'll do it up to about there. That's pretty good. So now we've got a road to this point. And what we'll also need in this location, unpause the game, we will definitely need yet another depot in this location. So go nuts, come and do the building stuff over here. Once that's ready, we'll start seeing. I don't think these distances are too much of a problem, to be honest. Our food is up over 300. I'm very happy to see that. Our tools is dropping, and that's the next big thing that we definitely need to sort out. So as soon as we get this built, and it is a fair bit of a walk to get to all of the right places, I'm hoping as we expand, and maybe the idea is that we don't all expand in this area, though there are efficiencies in terms of building all of your houses in one location. So we'll have to make sure that we keep track of that. Our firewood is good. Our lumber is looking good. The real big next thing is that tools is a bit of a problem. If something does run out, we have some money, and we can certainly request something from the trader or the dock. This is our hunting. Yeah, that's fully upgraded though. That's fully upgraded in terms of the production. This one, I might grab an extra round. Well, tools is a bit of a challenge, so let's not do that just yet. Is our mine almost done? Not quite yet. What are you missing? Still waiting on some lumber. What we could, of course, do is we could chop down a bit of lumber over here. So let's maybe do a bit of a chop over here and see if that helps us out at all. We're getting some stone at this location. Ultimately, we'll get stone from here anyway. But the fact that you've got depots everywhere should make the walk a little bit less of an issue. But yeah, it certainly is an issue. In my little test playthrough where I had a bit of a look at how the mechanics work, I had things a little closer together, and yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a challenge here with regards to walking distances. We don't have any herbs. Oh my goodness, I've never actually thought about that. So one of the things we can certainly do straight away is get a herbalist's thingy. If we do that one over there, or shall we rather do it on this side? Well, that efficiency is way better. You really do want to play your efficiencies as best you can. So let's get the herbalist going in on that side. We've got a fair bit of workers available, so we may as well start doing a few bits and pieces like that. So the toolsmith is the next thing that we'll start building once that's done. And I'm kind of tempted to build the toolsmith in this location. I don't think it's got efficiencies with anything else though. So this location for the toolsmith might be an appropriate spot. And it should have a little interesting little main drag over here is kind of what I'm after. My goodness, it's winter yet again. I'm loving where we're heading with the food. That is really helpful. Excellent. Now there is the depot is built, so hopefully getting stuff that you need here is going to be much easier. Now herbs is still a bit of a problem, so yeah, that's being built. So now we'll get our first miners in place. Get a couple of miners in there to start producing coal. Coal can also be used to heat housing, so hopefully that helps us out if we don't have enough firewood. But ultimately, we would like to use the coal for other stuff. The herbalist is not too far away. And also the tool guy is pretty much there or thereabouts. So as soon as we start seeing some coal appearing from the miners, we should now start producing tools, which is awesome. The herbalist is almost done. There we go. Herbalist can go out and get your stuff. What I'd like to do is get a little bit of extra herbalist training going on, so that we can maximize our production and get our efficiencies up to where we would like it. No expansion for the time being. There's something we can do here. I think our efficiency is at 100%, and that's about as good as we're going to get it. Yeah. We'll get herbs. Herbs will be sorted very soon, very soon. And we should start producing tools as well. What you can do is you can in fact lock a resource. So I would like to lock coal so that my citizens don't use it. This will be our emergency supply. If we do run out of firewood, then we'll go and open up the coal. But for the time being, we're going to use coal and iron to generate tools for us. So now the next big ticket item is we're going to run out of iron, and we don't have a proper supply of iron or a sustainable supply of iron. So let's go and get ourselves an iron mine. What is going on over here? Our foremen are reporting that there was a rat infestation in one of our warehouses. We've lost some goods, unfortunately. It is their job to ensure such things do not happen. If they fail, they can settle the difference. So that'll drop the safety rating. At the moment, it's 83. If we drop it further, it's not a good thing. On the other hand, what we can say is such things happen, tell them to make sure it doesn't happen again, and that increases their safety rating. It is quite interesting that the rat infestation decided to eat 100 stone. I'm not sure that's a staple of rats, but who knows? Anyway, I'm going to go with this one. Stone is an abundant resource for us at the moment, and we don't use it for much, so we can go crazy and do that and get the extra safety rating from that. That'll be quite helpful. Now, let's go back and work on our iron mine. The co-location of iron and coal is quite useful. So I'll move it back a little bit here. Best we can to get an appropriate efficiency if we can. Oh, that's an interesting one. Now, I thought we'd get a decent efficiency over here. Well, the co-location really is an important piece for us, but I'm not too sure what the right spot is. 92% is about the best we can do. I think that's going to be just fine. We're going to get that one in there. We're going to get that one in that spot. Let's run these guys straight to where we would like it to be. No, not that one. Again on the wrong. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Oh, we're out of firewood. People have not yet decided they are cold yet. So I think we're in the okay, in the all clear. I didn't have to open up coal. But we may have to get ready for that next time around. Or we can start spending a little bit of cash over here to improve our production. And I think that might be a good idea. Let's spend a little bit more here and improve that production up a little bit more. That'll be quite helpful for us, I think. Excellent. We've got herbs coming in now, which is also pretty good to see. We've got a number of workers available. So we do need 2 workers to go and work this mine as soon as it's done. There we go. Now it's done. And we should also start getting some of these guys being produced. Now we could spend a little bit to reduce our upkeep, which I think will be a good idea because the upkeep is not only gold, the upkeep is also lumber, and I want to try and maintain a decent number. But an improvement in, yeah, let's go with that one for now. So that's dropped it a little bit. Try and reduce our upkeep. So all of these upgrades is stuff that we're continuously going to have a look at. Again, we've got 4 workers available. How many of these houses have people in them? Oh, what's happening? The Crown has endeavors of all around the globe, and it's the duty of each subject to help make that happen. From now onward, the King is raising taxes on certain goods. Absolutely. Send the King our wholehearted approval. Mutton trade. Extra 19%. Peasants and laborers 10. What's going on here? So if we do that, that's going to go up to a 97% for peasants, which is not bad. I don't think mutton is something we can trade. So I'm quite happy with that for the time being. Let's go with that one. How many open houses do we have? Well, we've got like 4 open houses. So for the time being, we don't have to build additional houses. What we can do now is open our research menu and have a look at what's going on over there. I also would like to start selling some stuff. Herbs is not a bad one to sell, by the way. Herbs, you're going to generate a fair bit of herbs. So it's not a bad idea to do that. What I wouldn't mind is upping some of these numbers a little. Let's up the fertilizer and let's also have a look at our improved axes. Good stuff. So hopefully that number is going to slowly start creeping up. Let's do another round. 123%. I'm hoping that number goes up a fair bit now. Now, let's see. Our next research, we need a little bit of money in order to do that. So I'm going to hold off just a little bit. We can look at about selling some stuff. We shouldn't have a lot. Oh, we can sell a bit of fish. That's about all the food we have is from fish, really. Some lumber, some leather. We could sell a couple of leather. So let's do a little bit of this. So we'll sell about 40 leather. And what we'll do is we'll also sell about 40 fish. Let's do a little bit more, 60 fish. No firewood. We'll sell a bit of coal. That's not bad. That's okay over there. Is that going to do the trick? I don't think we can do much more. Oh, let's sell a bit of stone. That's too much. There we go. So now that's going to give us a little bit of extra cash. There we go. Traded some cash. Now we can pop into the research menu and see where we go from here. The clothes shop is an interesting one for us. We can use leather to make clothes. There's also some other things here. So cleared path. Increase herbalist hut efficiency if near a gatherer's hut. So that is something that can help us out. So we may go ahead and do that. Let's get the cleared path going on. Construction good. This is a decree. So we'll have to pay money to use this. Enacting this policy increases the production in quarries, coal mines, iron mines, forester hut, toolsmith, and brickworks. So that is not bad at all. Tracking prey increases the hunting lot efficiency if near a herbalist hut. That might be a good one for us also. So let's go and grab this one. And then we'll go into the clothes shop so that we can start doing that. Carpenter's hut is starting to become available as well. But I'll go into the clothing shop first. As soon as that's done, we'll go into this one. And then we'll start using... Because we can't build too much though. We don't have the workers for it just yet. Let's go into that. Now, the next thing we need to do is start looking at further upgrades. So I'm hoping our efficiency is going up even more. Yeah, look at that efficiency. That efficiency is awesome. We're going to sell a lot of this. A lot of this stuff is what we're going to sell. This is not a bad efficiency either. A fair bit of food being created over there. This is terribly bad. This is really bad. Our lumber is not being produced at a decent rate. Our efficiency is saying it's 122%, but that is a pretty low number over there. We might have to add an extra worker to that mix. Over here, what are we doing here? So we can drop the upkeep of this, so it'll be less of this and that being used, which is not too much of a problem. Again, tools sells for a pretty decent price, but this isn't a big problem. The king sends his regards, giving us 31 wheat. Thank you, thank you. I'd rather maybe we reduce our garbage over here, which will reduce the lumber being used for this amount. So that drops it a fair bit. So that helps our lumber industry if we do things like that. Awesome. We need more people. So some of these children needs to go to young, and then only they become adults that can work the area for us. We at some point would like to build a quarry as well, but I'm thinking the clothing shop. Okay, the clothing shop is one that we'll do now. The clothes shop uses tools and leather and to produce clothes, which is also a good selling point. But the one thing to bear in mind with the clothing shop is that this one needs to be within a certain radius of our housing to get the maximum benefit of the clothing. So what I'm kind of tempted is to, and over here we've now got this this facility here. So let's get the clothing shop going on over there. I think that's going to be a good idea for us. We pop into our research. What's the next thing we can do? We can probably start looking at some decorative hedges. Spending a little bit of money for that is not the end of the world. Ice fishing is more of a winter thing. This is the fisherman's hut efficiency during winter. And then we've got some other edict things that we can kind of implement. Construction goods is one of those that may be a good idea. Let's grab construction goods and we'll put that decree in place and see if that helps us out in terms of maximizing our efficiency. Maximizing the efficiency of certain production items is the name of the game in this game. The name of the game in this game. Okay, we've got a fair bit of herbs available. I'm going to go ahead and sell all of it for some money. We don't need as much herbs, so that is enough herbs to see us through. And now we've got extra money to go and pay for all kinds of upgrades and research and things like that. So with construction goods in place, let's go in here and enact it. So construction goods going to cost us 260 per year, so we'll need to fund that. But I'll get a production bonus for all the stuff that we're producing at this time. So that's pretty good. I think that'll help us a lot with things like lumber. We go over here to the forester's hut. Look at that number. That number is pretty damn low. Okay, let's get a tailor in place to start creating some stuff. Now we're starting to run into slightly reduced workers. Optimization reduces the upkeep. Not too bad. We can go ahead and do the optimization. Yeah, there we go. Let's do a few optimizations so that we spend less money and use less raw materials. And I'm still a little worried that we're not necessarily producing food at an appropriate rate. Can we do sturdy nets again? Yeah, let's do that. So now that number is going up pretty well. So we should get a fair bit more fish out of there. There's some upgrades you can do over here so that the guys come back quicker. Loading times and the likes. Stone, lumber, iron. Not too bad. We can go ahead and grab that one. So we'll slowly improve everything, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen. So it's a slow thing. So that's why I think you can quite easily play this game at like 10 speed. It's just not as quick. The bits and pieces. Now coal is available as well. It's just turned winter, and so I may have to go and say, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock coal for the time being, just to make sure everybody's got the heating they require, because we're going to run out of firewood really quickly now. What I would like to do is try and upgrade it as much as possible so that we can maximize what we get in here. Food is increasing, so that is very good to see. Now, the King's Ransom. My lord, the King's advisors have sent a list of requests. No official reason has been noted, only a list. They're bleeding us dry, but we can't go against the King. So they want 19 firewood, which is not the end of the world, to be honest. Where is this at? Yeah, if we do that, we go to 100% loyalty with the peasants. So we can spare that because we've got coal to supplement heating within our housing. That is exactly what we're going to do. Now, let's see the research over here. Let's go and do the ice fishing and then food production. The food production policy increases the efficiency of fields, orchards, ranches, gathering huts, hunting lodges, and fishermen's huts. Now, that might be a good idea, but I don't think we've got enough influence. So we can, if you have a look over here, yeah, influence, we're using 2 out of the, actually, maximum 3. Got 2 free. Oh, so we can actually do an extra 2. Okay. That means we may as well try and do it, though I'm not too sure we can afford anymore. I may go ahead and pay for it anyway, so we can at least get it done. But the extra food production, well, we don't need that as urgently. So let's go small park and then small statue and get us some of these things done. So we can actually do some beautification as well. Research is done. Let's build a small park. Ooh, you know what we need is wells. Let's go on to beautification. We've got a small park over here. Can we squeeze it in somewhere? Let's do a small park in that location over there. So there's a few little bits and pieces. I might also do a small park right over there. So let's do a couple of small parks and see if people are a bit happy about the small parks over there. Okay, carpenter's hut, small statue. I may as well pay for that. Okay, so what we will start to need is a quarry. We may build one, get ready by building one, but we probably don't have enough people to actually work it. So let's find ourselves the quarry. Toolsmith. Definitely have a quarry, right? There it is. That is pretty damn low. Now, this is a bit of a challenge for me because I would like it needs to be within this radius, I think, but that's just really poor. $75. That's really bad. Can I switch it on? Ah, that's the issue we've got. This is why this area is the most appropriate one. And this is why we're struggling so much. We should have gone up here. Yes, that's why. You've got the grids. You may as well use them. Now, in that area would have made a little bit more sense, but even that's not quite as effective as I would have liked. So if we go here, we'll have the 100% quarry. So let's do the quarry, get the quarry started up over there. We don't have the workers for the quarry. Oh, actually, we do have the workers now. Find it down there. Yeah, that's the one. Let's get a bit of a pathway up there at least. And now let's go and switch these layouts off. Who's getting cold? Shouldn't be a problem. Let's get an extra carrier going on. People should now have access to clothing. And we optimize again. Precision tools to maximize our production. Okay, let's go ahead and sell some more herbs. Trade that. Upgrade a little bit more. Get a bigger ship going on. Ooh, we're out of food. Hang on, pause the game. How the hell are we out of food again and so quickly? I think people probably just filled up their houses with some food. New people moved into houses and we haven't been able to keep pace. So I'm a little, and I've just sent that guy away. I don't want us to run out of food. Do I expand this and put an extra person in here? Do I expand that and put an extra person over there? That's going to be about an extra 450. This will be more. I think this is the better one. Put an extra worker in here. Get more fish. Fully upgrade this guy, get an extra fisherman in place, and hopefully that's going to give us a fair bit of food straight away. No food in the warehouse, and that's a big challenge. So Banished had a mechanism where it had you're running low on this, you're running low on that. But unfortunately, this one does not. And we just have to keep an eye. And it changes so quickly. I'm amazed at how quickly it changes. We don't have the... and we get this done a little quicker. Let's upgrade this. Can we upgrade again? It is fully upgraded now. Got food again. I think we're going to creep by. Ooh, people are hungry. People are hungry. Please don't die. Again, no food in the warehouse. My goodness, that's a big ship though. Come on, food. I'm worried. I'm really worried about the food. Got expert butcher on. I've got largest baskets ready to go. The only other thing I can do is add extra people to the mix here. I'm going to go ahead and do an expansion over there and put an extra hunter on that and see, hopefully that helps us out a little bit more. It's a problem. We might start to see a few people die unless we can get more people fed quicker. Again, they take the food out of the warehouse so quickly. Your citizens are dying? Crap, we had people die. Need an extra gatherer. We can drop the miners. I don't need as many miners. So we had a few people die. Or we have or more people are dying. Oh no. Come on, can we please get this one sorted out? Herbalist is okay. We don't need a herbalist. Fisherman. Come on. I spotted that just too late. Can I buy food? Can I buy food? Let's buy food. I've got tons of money. Let's just get food in here. What kind of food shall we get? Cheapest variety is going to be fish. Potatoes. Now that's mushrooms. Strawberries. I'm not too sure what the right food is for us to get. Chicken, that's more expensive. So we'll get something that's less expensive though. If we go and do like 250 beetroot, it's going to cost us 250, but it's going to take a bit of time to get here. So that's my problem. It's going to take a bit of time. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Will we survive our first food shortage? That is like in our 4th year, we're already going to have trouble. Will we survive? And it's going to be a challenge to get us back to the number of population that we've had. So that is going to be a challenge. Guys, if you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you would like to see me continue this series, please tell me that in the comments down below. I will see you next time. Bye-bye!